In this video, I'm going to give you the 7 highest paying jobs you can get without going to college. Hi, I'm Lopez, coming at you from LopezSaying.com. So let's get into it. One of the first jobs you can get without going to college is you can be a web developer. Now, a web developer, you don't have to go to college to do this. You definitely don't have to go to a full-year college. You can go to a 2-year college if you want to, like a community college. But you don't have to go to a big university or anything like that. You don't have to go take any classes, to be honest. You can go buy a couple books from Barnes & Noble, or you can buy some online courses and you can learn how to code, write HTML code, JavaScript, CSS, and that's pretty much, those are the skills that you really need to have to be a web developer. And that could be creating websites, creating software, apps, etc. And the pay is anywhere between, on the low end, I've been hearing 65,000 to, on the high end, over 100,000 to be a web developer. And I'm talking, this is entry level. Of course, the more experience you have, you can negotiate. So let's say if you're a web developer and you've been coding and building websites and creating apps, and you got 10 years experience underneath your belt, you can negotiate over 150,000. So I've seen it go from anywhere from 65,000 to 150,000 as a web developer. It just depends on, a lot of times it depends on the company you work for, and it depends on who you are and how well you negotiate, because you get what you negotiate majority of the time. You don't get what you want. So that's pretty much how that goes. So next is a real estate agent. Now, I must say there's some trials and tribulations when it comes to being a real estate agent. Because what I've found is that a lot of real estate agents, they aren't selling a lot of houses. However, now there's a method to the madness. The reason why this is because they don't promote themselves properly. However, the opportunity is there when it comes to being a real estate agent. The opportunity is there, but the support is not there. The support structure that a lot of these companies that they work for have in place is not there, because a lot of these real estate companies, they've been around for over hundreds of years. They're still using the same old structure that's been in place because they built a brand. So they look at it like, why should we change our system that we have in place, and we got to go out and spend millions of dollars at all the branches around the country. So I'll give you an example. Let's take Remax, for example. That's a real estate agent, and they're nationwide. So if someone comes to Remax and say, hey, I got a new system in place, it's going to help you with your online marketing and offline marketing. So they got to take on this new system of doing things, which will help them, but at the same time, they don't want to change because they have to spend millions of dollars. So they can't justify why they should change. Sad but true. So you have a lot of real estate agents take it upon themselves to go above and beyond the structure that's already been in place for a lot of these companies for hundreds of years. And these are the people, more than likely, are going to sell 2, 3, 4, 5 houses or better in a year, because they go above and beyond the Call of Duty. And the rest of these real estate agents, they don't really do that well. The average real estate agent, to my knowledge, they might do 40,000. And this is on the side. of their job. So let's just think about if you did real estate agent full time, what would that income look like if you had the right support and structure and systems in place? So hey, if you want any help with this, if you want to be a real estate agent, hey, if you need some support online and offline, let me know. Because that's my stilo. That's I've been doing online marketing for a long time. So let me know. And being a real estate agent, I know you have to be. There's some state, policies that come into play. I don't know the specifics, but but other than that, you can. The possibilities are endless as a real estate agent. So next, you can become an electrician. Now, when it comes to being an electrician, I'll give you an example. My cousin and my brother is an electrician, but my cousin took a different path. What my cousin did, he didn't have any experience. So what he did is he became a helper with another electrician. So he got on-the-job training, OJT, on-the-job training, right? And he started off, I think he's making like $10 an hour starting off, maybe 11. And the more experience he got, of course he got promoted, he got more money, moved up the ladder, and now he's making over $50,000 a year. So that's pretty good. With somebody with no experience coming through the door. However, now, once you get really good at your craft, being an electrician, you can get something that's called a journeyman's license. Now, a journeyman license is kind of like, I think you're certified through the state or through the federal government. I know you're certified through the state, and I'm not sure if you're certified through the federal government, but I know you're certified through some type of institution. And this journeyman license, basically, it really tells businesses and other people that wants to hire you that you're certified, that you're official electrician. You're a certified electrician. And what this certification does, is it gives you the opportunities to make more money. So instead of making over $50,000, you might double that, quadruple that. You might go from making $55,000 over $200,000, over $300,000. I've seen this. Because I met a guy when I moved to Atlanta, and he said he started from the ground up as an electrician. He used to work for somebody else, just like my cousin did. And when he got his journeyman license and got certified, he's bidding for big, massive contracts, corporate buildings, hotels that they build from the ground up. He's getting big contracts like $500,000. So he's bidding on these contracts, and he's hiring other people to help him. So hey, the possibilities are endless. And he never went to college. No schooling. Now to be certified, you have to take some classes to get certified, and then you take a test. But that's it. No college included. You don't have to be at college. Go to college to be an electrician. Now my brother, he never took any classes to be an electrician. He just learned it on the job, OJT. But he's not certified and take it to the next level. He just he do residential, just houses. And that's cool, because let's say if you're an electrician and you put up lights, you can get paid at least $100 to put up lights, and it take you probably 30 minutes or less to put up some lights in somebody's house, or pull up a ceiling fan. $150. Take you less than 30. Take you about 30 minutes. So that's good money. It's not bad money. But if you're a certified electrician, now you're making big bucks. So hey, that's just something for you to think about. And next, you can be electrical power line electrician. Power line electrician. Now the power lines that where I live at, I don't know if it's like this where you live at. Where I live at, there's power lines on the highway, on the side of the road. Now I know some places the power lines are underground, but I know where I live, the power lines are on the side of the road. Now, if you could be an electrician hooking up power lines, and you know, if the power ever goes out, if there's some storm or hurricane, like where I'm from, those electricians come out and put up those power lines. You could be doing that, and you don't have to go to college to do this. On the job training, they make over 100,000. Over 100,000 easy. Last I checked, no certification. People just go down there on the job training, bam, you in. Where I'm from, well actually no. Where I'm from, there's the name of the company is Santee Cooper. In North Carolina, it's Duke Power. In Georgia, it's Georgia Power. So hey, these companies, they hire every so often. Find out when they hire, apply, shoot your shot. You might get hired. Who knows? You know. And they make over 100, easy. So next, you can be an elevator repairman. Now, elevator repairmen, you know, they work in the banks, corporate buildings, and they make over 70,000 for the most part. And there's a company that, I think 2 or 3 companies that work at these banks. They're in charge of the elevators. I can't remember off the top of my head the name of the company at the moment. But if you go to if you go online and do a research for elevator repairmen and corporate buildings, it's gonna pop up in the search engine. And most of these people start off on the job training. There's no schooling involved, none of that. So the idea is do the on job training and you move up the ladder and you start making big money. It is what it is, you know. So Google elevator repairman in corporate buildings, and it's gonna pop up in Google. So next, you can become a paralegal. Now, a paralegal is, you know, basically somebody that works in some attorney's office. They do most of the paperwork, and you don't have to go to a 4-year university. You can go to school you can go to your local college or go to a 2-year tech school, and for 2 years, take a couple classes, graduate. But you don't have to go to 4-year university to do paralegal work. And the pay is you can get at least 50,000 starting off, at least. As time goes on, of course, you can negotiate, but at least 50,000 to do paralegal work. And it's a lot. It's paperwork focused, and you got to use a computer today. And it's pretty cool. Go check that out. And lastly, you can be an RN, registered nurse. Now, last I checked, you don't have to go to a 4-year university to be a registered nurse. You can go to a local college, and I'm gonna tell you what my sister did. Most of the girls I know, most of the women I know, this is their route. This is how they do it. They'll go to some tech school like local college or ECPI or DeVry, and they'll take a 2-year program to become an LPN as a nurse. LPN is a nurse. LPN is a person that give you shots when you go to the hospital or go to the clinic, basically. The LPN do all the shots, do all the blood work. That's an LPN, basically. That's what they do. The RN, the registered nurse, usually do the paperwork, and they basically supervise. Basically, that's what the registered nurse do: supervise and check people out. They make the decision. They're in charge of the LPNs, basically. That's what the registered nurse is. So the LPN, most of these women will graduate with a 2-year degree in nursing as an LPN. And once they're done with that, they'll start working at some hospital, some clinic, somewhere, so they can get some experience underneath their belt. And then after a couple years go by, then they'll take additional courses at some local college, or maybe they'll take a couple online classes. And then by the time they're done with those classes, they'll have some type of bachelor's degree, and then a couple more classes after that, they'll have their master's degree, and then they'll become a registered nurse. But they never went to a university. One girl, my sister, went to a local college where I'm from, and a lot of these other girls go to places like ECPI University and DeVry. But they only went to DeVry and ECPI for 2 years. They didn't go there for 4 years. So you don't got to go to university for 4 years to be a registered nurse. Last I checked, it's still the same. It's been like this since the 90s. I haven't heard anybody that say, hey, I had to go to school for 4 years to be a registered nurse. No. It usually doesn't work like that. It usually works like this. You graduate from a 2-year program at some local college or ECPI, some tech college, or ITT Tech. Graduate from there, you do 2 years, then you go work at a hospital or a clinic, nursing home, get some experience. Then if you want to be a RN, a registered nurse, you take a couple more classes until you get your master's degree or bachelor's degree. Then you become an RN because you have the classes and you have the experience. So that qualifies you to be a registered nurse. That's usually that's what I've seen. And now if things have changed out here when it comes to being a registered nurse, let me know. But as far as last I checked, that's usually the route that most women take. Or men and women are nurses now. So that's usually the route that they take, So hey, that's about it. Any comments, concerns? If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share this video with anybody that you think that would be open to working these types of jobs. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.